Welcome back to another episode here on Your Digital Makeover. My name is Jerry Lee Colbert, and today we're going to be talking about the refill up to option and how, if you choose to use that option, it could present a problem if you're one that loves to fund ahead. So let me explain. So last year when I was using YNAB and I was using my old budget, and if you've been following what I've been doing recently, I created a new budget starting this year, a clean budget. All my old data is in another file here inside of YNAB, and that you can always create different plans. And so I started a new plan for this year. And what I noticed last year when I was using the refill up to, it's a great concept and I really love it. But I didn't use it last year because I liked funding a month ahead. And if you're one of those that likes to fund a month ahead, the refill up to option for the target might present a little bit of a problem. So let me explain. Let's go on over here to my demo account and let's go back to December. And I want to show you something real quick. If you're not familiar about what the refill up to does, this will be a good example of what it does. Now, when you set a target, you have a choice. You can either set aside another $800 or refill up to $800. And the difference is this. If I set it to do $800 every month, what happens is like for instance with groceries, you never know. I don't know if I'm going to spend $800 one month, $600. Is it time for Christmas and we're going to spend a lot of food or money on food, right? So you don't really know how much you're going to spend. So you kind of roughly guess. Well, I think, it's, based upon my yearly average, I'm going to do $600 this month or $800 this month, right? And so what happens is what happens if you don't spend all of that money for that month? Well, it rolls over to the next month. But if you set aside another, then you're going to have more money in that category than you necessarily need. Okay. So let's say you figure out that typically you don't spend no more than $800 a month in groceries. Well, maybe one month you only spend $700. Maybe one month you only spend $600. So as you see here in December on this demo account, I only spent $300 in groceries, which is unrealistic, but just for sakes of showing you this budget, I only spent $300 on groceries. So I had $500 left because I had fully funded it of $800. Well, if I had set aside another, then what would happen is in January, it would take that $800 and add it on top of that $500, right? And so I'd have $1,300 in there, but I don't want that. I only spent $300 that month. I got $500 rolling over, so it should only fund what? Another $300 to get me there, so I'm not having too much money in a category, right? So if you look at January, at the groceries, you see it says over here that I only have $300 more to assign in this category to get up to $800. But where it is a problem is when you have fully funded a month and you want to fund or start funding the next month. It's going to say when you go to underfund, or push this underfunded button to fund that category, it's going to put in $800, just like that. Now I have $1,200 in there. But am I going to need that? No, because it has no idea whatsoever how much money you're going to spend in January because they can't foresee the future. And you haven't gotten there yet because you're funding ahead. So keep that in mind when you go to fully fund the next month, that might screw up your calculations a little bit, and you may be like, well, why don't I have enough money? Well, you probably do have enough money, and it might put more money in there than you anticipated. And when you get to February, you're like, hey, why don't I got $1,000 in groceries when I only needed $800? I was supposed to refill up to $800. And then you got to take the money out and assign it somewhere else and stuff like that. So I just thought I'd bring that to y'all's attention in case you're unaware of that. That's the only kind of downside to refill up to. Now, what I'm doing now in my plan is I'm going to use the refill up to. I want to test it and see how well it does work for the next 2 or 3 months. So I'm not going to fully fund next month. So this month's fully funded, or almost. It's lacking a couple $100 or $700, I think. Yeah, $700. But once this month gets fully funding, all the rest of the income this month will go into next month, but not really. It's going to go into what is called a holding tank, into the next month category that I have set up here. And so I'm going to throw all that money right here in next month. And then what I'm going to do is when February 1st rolls around, that first day of February 1st, I'm going to take this money. I'm going to shoot it up here to ready to assign. And then I'm going to go ahead and fund that month, because if I don't spend all that money in that grocery category or whatever refill category it is, it will have gone over to that next month, and then YNAB's able to calculate how much I'm going to need in that refill up to category, and it's going to be able to fund it properly. So I'm not going to have to go and find those categories and take the money out and do some calculations, figure out what went wrong, right? So everything will work a lot better that way, I think. So I hope that was explained thoroughly for y'all, and you understood what I was saying on that. If you have any questions concerning that, please feel free to leave me a comment right down below. And if you want to see more of these episodes in the near future, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell. And with that being said, I want to wish y'all a wonderful week, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take care.